We welcome you to this new edition of News You Can Use here at LaSalle TV. I am your host, Thera Martin, and today on the program, we are excited about what we are going to share with you. In our first segment, we are bringing back Women of Many Hats. They've been with us before. The founder of that organization, Fraudulene St. John, was here last time about a year ago. But today, we're going to have another young lady on representing on behalf of Women of Many Hats, and her name is Daphne Ulysses. She will join us in just a moment. And when we turn the page a little bit later on in the show, we're going to talk with Tracy Calhoun. Tracy Calhoun is a newly published author, and she's also a licensed cosmetologist, and she will share her story in just a moment. Stay with us. We'll be back with our show in just a moment. Glad to be here, Thera Martin, with you on this edition of News You Can Use.
Very much for having me.
Wow.
Good to see you.
It is good to see you, but you didn't say that. You said you can use Rebooted. I'm Thera Martin, and I am glad to be back at LaSalle TV. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to this new edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Thera Martin, and as promised, we've got two special guests on the program today. In the first segment, we are talking with Daphne Ulysses, and she is representing on behalf of Women of Many Hats. And let me send out a love note to Fraudulene St. John. She is the founder of Women of Many Hats, and she's a little under the weather on the day we were recording this show. So we are sending you good, healthy love notes and want you to feel better real soon. But to you, Miss Daphne, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me, Thera. It is an honor to be here with you. And also, it's an honor to represent Women of Many Hats. I'm excited to talk about all the good things that we do.
Now, we are on the heels of wrapping up the Thanksgiving holiday season. By the time people see this show, Thanksgiving will have happened already. But during the holiday season, Women of Many Hats, like so many other organizations, you found a way out of no way to be able to feed people, to help people, to get them turkeys and all the trimmings. Tell us about that effort, and also mention the sponsors that help make it happen.
Yes, absolutely. So we started our Thanksgiving turkey basket giveaway on Thursday. And we wanted to not only give people turkeys, but we wanted to make sure that they had the sides, the stuffing, the turkey gravy, the greens, the everything you need to make Thanksgiving a special holiday. We really went out of our way, along with our sponsors, to make it possible. So on Thursday, we were at Savannah Care Senior Solutions in West Philly. And thank you to our sponsor, Wegmans. And we partnered with Savannah Care to serve about 109 families. On Friday, we were at Dedicated Senior Medical Center in North Philly for our second annual partnership with them. And we want to thank Caring for Friends and Jefferson Health, because we were able to serve about 132 senior families as well. Then on Saturday was our big community turkey giveaway, and we were in West Philly at Living Spring RCCG Church. We want to send thanks to Senator Sharif Street, Chosen 300, the Brown Family ShopRite, Libra Health, and Cigna. We were able to serve over 100 families there as well. And then today, we wrapped up our Thanksgiving drive in Delaware County at Rosa Sharon in Darby, where we partnered with Councilman Dwight Green. And we also want to thank our sponsors, Caring for Friends, Uplift Solution, Sharing Access, and Chosen 300. So overall, we were able to help over 450 families over the last couple of days, making sure that we serve them with Thanksgiving essentials, turkeys, fresh produce. And we just want to extend our heartfelt gratitude to every sponsor, every volunteer, every organization that stood with us. This level of impact was only possible with their help and making it a greater success for the community. Our goal was 400, and we surpassed that. So we are so grateful to everybody, our staff, our volunteers, our partners. Couldn't have done it without you.
I tell you, this particular season of Thanksgiving has been mind-blowing. The number of organizations, elected officials, nonprofits like Women of Many Hats and so many others who have stepped up to the plate, individual citizens who have said, you know what, they're posting on Facebook and on other social media. We've got food over here. We're serving the community. Philadelphians are not going to go hungry, even during the government shutdown and the SNAP benefits being, unavailable and all of that. But so many people answered the call to help, to step up to the plate and help. And so God bless all of you who did just that. Now, we want people to know, have a bigger understanding of Women of Many Hats. Yes, you do the food program. You do it
Mhm.
you all didn't just show up 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. You've been doing this for quite some time now. Beyond that, Women of Many Hats, you all host very meaningful, special programs and events throughout the year, here and there. You spread them
Right.
out that usually address largely concerns for women, but sometimes concerns for everybody. So, talk
Mhm.
about some of what your track record is of the things that Women of Many Hats does.
Absolutely. So we do food and clothing drives throughout the year.
Mhm.
We also make sure that we are supporting the homeless and struggling families throughout the month. Every month, we give food to the seniors at the dedicated medical center. We
Mhm.
give food to seniors in West Philly. We give food to the communities in another location in West Philly. And like I said, and now we're in Delaware County. So the goal is to continue with Delaware County as well to make sure those families who need extra assistance have groceries.
Mhm.
We are always doing domestic violence and domestic awareness events. We have our annual Show Me Love luncheon that we do on Valentine's Day, where we kind of celebrate and create a loving space for those who have experienced domestic violence, who are victims of domestic violence, or were witnesses of domestic violence. We take that time to celebrate and make that day special for them and kind of rewrite love for them in February. This year we do have, I mean, 2026, we do have a gala that we would be organizing for them to just raise more awareness for domestic violence, domestic abuse. February is Domestic Violence Awareness Month for teenagers. We just
Mhm.
wrapped up October. So we do
Well,
partner with different organizations, Saki Love, Saki organization, Peace and Love. And we
mhm.
just try to work on bringing more awareness to domestic violence. We also build wells in Liberia and Ghana. We are supporting communities in Grenada, Trinidad, and Tobago. And so we're just we're just active on not only just providing help here in Philadelphia, but also growing internationally and providing support as well. So as we overflow here, we can bless other communities in different nations as well.
Now, something else that I know Women of Many Hats did recently, and I heard it was a big success. That was a housing fair that you did in West Philadelphia, and
Yes.
you had all kinds of other resource information there. Talk about that for a minute.
Right. So on October 25th, we had organized a housing resource fair for all those in the community, whether you are a homeowner, whether you are a renter, or you're looking to rent, you're looking to own a home. We pretty much pulled in the sheriff's office. Senator Street was there. Armin Brown was there as well. And we really put together information so that people can be aware of the housing resources that are available here in Philly. There is resources where you can get assistance in terms of repairs in your house. There is a resource in terms of signing up with LAHEAP. We had them there. We had banks there, expressing how to prepare your financials for home
Mm,
ownership.
that's so
Um,
important, right?
even even discussing tangle titles.
Mhm.
We covered all the bases when it comes to housing and really wanted to bring that information to the community so they know what is out there to help
Yes.
them so that we can prevent homelessness. Prevent, foreclosure. And so
Mm.
that was our goal. And we are hoping and planning to continue to bring that kind of resource to the community on a regular annual basis or even quarterly, just to make sure that people have that awareness and that assistance to know where to go and that they're not alone.
Mhm. So very important, the information that Women of Many Hats brings to the table. Now, for people who want to know more about this organization, they want to know how can they plug in and be involved? How can they come to some of the events that you may host? Or better yet, how can they be a sponsor for some of the many events that you all roll out during the year? What's the contact information for Women of Many Hats?
Absolutely. So the contact information, you can visit us on our website, www.womenofmanyhats.com. You will find out about all of our programs that we do. We are actively have a campaign to raise money for a transition home because we would like to provide a transition home for women and children who are seeking a sanctuary after leaving domestic violence situations. So you can find out more about our butterfly program. That is what that one is called. Our
Hold
feeding
that thought for a
program.
second. I've always been told, since I've been a reporter, which is many years here in the city of Philadelphia, and every time I cover stories around domestic violence and Domestic Abuse Awareness Month, I'm still hearing the same kind of a story about the fact that there's more shelters for animals in Philadelphia than there are shelters for women coming out of
Mhm.
domestic violence. And people have
Exactly.
been saying
And
that for years, and that hasn't changed.
it hasn't changed. And for what we want to make this transitional home different, we want it to feel like home. Because a
Mhm.
lot of these shelters, they kind of sometimes the victims who are trying to look for sanctuary, look for a new start, it is difficult in that environment because it doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel like a fresh start. So we really want to bring them into a space where they can heal, a space that where they can grow, they can learn, and they can find out how they can start fresh so that they don't feel like they have to stay with their abusers. They don't have to stay in that environment and they don't have to go back. So it is one of our most critical initiatives to provide this program for women and children who are escaping. You know, they're not just survivors, they're not just statistics, but we're trying to create that sanctuary to rebuild and have them experience stability.
I know that's right. Give us your contact information one more time.
Yes, our website is womenofmanyhats.com. You can also follow us on all social media platforms. Instagram is Women of Many Hats, the number one.
Mhm.
Facebook is Women of Many Hats. YouTube is Women of Many Hats. TikTok is WOMH 2020. You can also pray with us. We are praying ministry as well. We pray every morning at 6 a.m. to start the day together with a healthy mindset to take on the day. And you can call the prayer line. That's 848-233-1220. We pray every Monday night for the nation of America at 10 p.m. So we will be praying tonight at 10 p.m.
All right now.
And you can just continue to connect with us. You can find out more about what we do, how to connect on our website again, www.womenofmanyhats. And you can call us if you have any questions, 215-240-1361.
You have done it all. I thank you for sharing all this critical information. I thank you, Daphne, for being with us and representing so well on behalf of Fraudulene St. John. And we continue to wish all the best for women of many hats. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
All right, you have a great day. Now, just before we go to break, let me do something real fast here. I think I have maybe a minute before I go to break. I wanted to celebrate the women of Ancilla Domini Academy for Girls. We used to be located at 700 East Church Lane in the Germantown section of Philadelphia, right around the corner from where I sit today in this LaSalle University TV studio. And women of Ancilla Domini Academy on Sunday, November the 23rd, we observed our all years high school reunion. My class was the last class to graduate from Ancilla Domini Academy. And so we graduated in 1976. We were the last class. And so on Sunday, just past November the 23rd, my class, the class of 1976, we observed our 49th class reunion. Oh my God. 49 years since I graduated from high school. So 2026 will be our 50th class reunion for Angela Domini Academy. And Angela Domini Academy, I want you to know, always had a special relationship with LaSalle University and with LaSalle High School because we were right behind LaSalle University. So we had some great experiences with LaSalle. Quite a number of our Angela Domini Academy girls ended up becoming students at LaSalle University and earned their college degrees from LaSalle. So that's what's up. And we just just want to say we love all of the ladies of Angela Domney Academy. We appreciate all the good memories over the years. The nuns of the Sacred Heart were the nuns that taught us and raised us up, so to speak, in school. And we will always treasure those memories. 700 East Church Lane, Anchilla, Domney Academy. No longer there, but in spirit and in heart, we are still there. We'll be back in just a moment as we bring our next guest forward, Tracy Calhoun, a wonderful published author, and she's got a positive, motivational book to share with us. Stay with us.
Yes, I need help with my daughter.
Dad, you need to go.
Really?
It's important.
I feel fine.
Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught.
What I need to do?
You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need.
Fine. Can I have my pie now?
Oh, man.
Well, hello, everybody. We're back as we continue with this edition of News You Can Use. I'm your host, Thera Martin. And in this segment, we are talking with a published author by the name of Tracy Calhoun. Her book is Miracles, Signs, and Wonders, Healing from the Inside Out, Overcoming Depression. Oh, this sounds like a very important book that a lot of us might just need to have on our bookshelves and better yet, have in our hands. Thank you for joining me, Miss Tracy.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
So I got to tell everybody, we have met years ago, so we've known each other. You're not a stranger.
Not at all.
Recently, I had the opportunity to attend the annual She Shines conference that Robin Shine Maddox hosts every year, and you were one of the speakers. I was the panelist for a discussion about getting published and publishing your books, and so that's how we really reconnected. And I am just thrilled to see that you carried out your vision and your mission, and you've got a book. You have the book nearby. Hold it up.
I do. I have it right here. Miracles, Signs, and Wonders. Really from the inside out, overcoming depression.
All right. Tell us how you were motivated and inspired to write this book.
Motivated and inspired to write the book. So it wasn't my idea. It was a God idea. And I call those miracle moments when you have these, these thoughts that, it's not your thought. It's like, where did this come from? I had a dream. Turned out it was a vision. And the book was literally, I woke up out of the dream and the book was right in front of me. And it wasn't a physical book. It looked just like this. And I reached out to grab for it and it wasn't there. And then I sat up and I'm like, what was that? So it took me a little while to realize that dream was actually a vision because that it would not leave me. I never thought that I would be an author. I thought about writing a book before, not necessarily this title. I like poetry. I like Nikki Giovanni. And every time someone would come, in town, I was at every book signing. Solomon Jones, Solomon Jones.
I love his
reading.
books.
Yes. His very first book. I think it was Keeping Up with the Joneses. And I would go to his book sign or whoever, local or out of town. And I wanted to know, how do you write a book? Like, how do you start? And everyone resoundingly would say, just write. Just write. And I'm like, what? Is that the formula to writing a book?
Get writing. Get the writing.
And so I did. And so I love to journal. And the book also we have a journal. Because the prayer journal is very important because that's how the book came about. The journal, my journal reading is because the book came together from my journal. All the writings in my journal were formulated into chapters, and it just made sense, and it just started coming together. And again, it was a God moment. It wasn't my moment, but it was my life. It was my story. I had overcome depression, not knowing that I was even going through depression. So then I wanted to tell the world what God did for me. And if he could do it for me, I believe he could do it for you and for you and for you and for you. I believe that.
Well, a couple of things. That word depression. Oh, I don't like that word. And so related to myself.
Absolutely.
I'm not depressed. I'm strong. I'm not depressed. And so I think running away from the word depression and telling myself, but you sort of work through it. But because I am a woman of faith, I know without question of a doubt, the reason that I'm able to sit here right now, the reason that I'm able to get up and move and do the things that I do every day, it's because of God's grace. It's because of God. It's not me. Because if it was just me, depending on me to do the things that I got to do, I would have lost the race years and years
a long time ago.
So depression, I think it is something that probably hits all of us sometimes, if we would be honest about it.
If we were honest, I agree.
Something happens in life, something, different kinds of situations that will make you just go like, oh my God. Lay down and just,
Yes.
But getting through it and getting past it is very important, because if you hang in that depression, if you let it just settle all around you, that's not healthy.
Absolutely. And for me, I didn't have a reason to be depressed. And I don't use that term lightly. Like I don't play around with the word crazy. You know how we say, oh, she's depressed. Oh, she crazy. I don't play with that. It is real. It is real. And if, to me, depression is not a sad day. It's not a bad day. It's lifing. Things happen in life and it causes you to be depressed. It crushes your spirit. It could be death. It could be loss of job. It could be loss of health. It could be different things, loss of a spouse or whatever. And it will cause you to not have any interest in things, But for me, I found out that it was clinical depression. So the chemicals in my body were off balance. I had no idea why. Going to doctor after doctor, and it took some time for them with blood work and everything like that to find out that this was a chemical imbalance, in my body. So I had to have therapy, psychiatrist, psychologist. I had to go to a bishop of my church. I had to get prayed over, take communion, go to the elders of the church when you're sick. And then even after that, learn how to eat, learn how to focus. Like my focus was off. I was going to work every day, smiling, trying to keep it together as long as I could. And then eventually I just crumbled. And I thank God for the village.
One of the things with me that runs through my head when I'm a little down or, going through something, I'm always thinking, I can't talk to anybody because everybody has their own issues. So I don't want to take my stuff and go lay it on somebody else. I don't want to. And then I pray through it. And again, God has been the one that's given me mercy, who has helped me, has given me the grace.
Absolutely.
But it is okay to talk to people.
It's okay, Thera. It's okay. And that's why I became a Christian counselor. And I'm a business coach. I have a listening ear because somebody listened to me. Thank God. Because at first I didn't know even what to say. I didn't even know how to explain it. But once I was able to utter some words, and once my family saw that, she's not so happy-go-lucky as normal, that's another thing too. Check on your loved ones. If you know someone is busy and doing, and then you say, oh, where are they? I haven't seen them. Call. Check on, especially during this holiday season. Everybody's not happy, or joyous during the holidays, because it reminds them of someone had passed along, or, all these things that life brings us. But the joy in it for me is helping others. I have that listening ear. If you need help, you can call me. I will listen for hours because somebody listened to me for hours and it made a difference.
Well, now, aside from being an amazing published author with this new book out, Miracle Signs and Wonders, Tracy Calhoun is a successful businesswoman. She is a licensed cosmetologist, and you've been doing people's hair for how long?
35 years. 35 years in business, so almost 40
Wait a
years
minute. Wait,
in
you
the
look like you're
industry.
25. So how can you be
Oh,
doing
thank you,
something for
Thera.
35?
Thank you.
Stop.
Thank
Come
you.
on. I love it. I love it.
Thank
So
you.
before we run out of time, I wanted you to take a
Mhm.
couple of moments to talk to us about our hair. Talk to us about our
Sure.
hair and our scalp and
Yes.
how that can make us feel good or not feel good.
Absolutely. That is a real question.
Mhm.
In this day and time, a lot of women are losing their hair. That causes a woman to be depressed. Our
Mhm.
hair is our crown, our hair is our glory. So I thank God for wigs. Thank God for weaves. Thank God for steam treatments. Thank God for deep conditioners. And a lot of women have resulted to, oh, they give up on their hair. Oh, my hair won't grow. Oh, I have alopecia. At Miracles Hair Care Salon, we recommend you go to a dermatologist. We find out what the issue is, if it's dermatitis, alopecia areata, whatever the issue is. And then we work with the dermatologist to treat your hair. And in the meantime, if you need a wig or a weave or, some added tresses to it, so like you have your hair nice and framed your face with your color, whatever it is that you need, we will provide that so you can feel good about yourself. And that helps with depression as well. It does. Image is very
Okay.
important.
In the change of season, the temperatures changing and all of that,
Mhm.
I know for our skincare, there's things that some of
Uh,
women who are wise about it will
yeah.
do to make sure that their skin is okay. Is there
Uh-huh.
anything in particular that we need to do to make sure that our hair is healthy as we go from a change of season from summer weather when it's 80, 90 degrees to all of a
Absolutely.
sudden we're in 20-degree temperatures?
Yes, ma'am. Moisturize, moisturize, moisturize. Cleanse and moisturize for sure. Make sure your hair is nice and clean. You have a clean scalp. Moisturizing, conditioning your hair with moisturizing conditioner. Your hair is just an appendage of your skin. So
Mhm.
whatever is going on your skin is also going on in your scalp. So
Okay.
making sure both are moisturized and steaming. We love steam at Miracles Hair Salon. We steam the scalp. It's like doing a facial.
Mhm.
So steam that
Mhm.
steam on your scalp is also opening the pores up in your face. But in the winter months, as you mentioned, everything gets dry. The leaves are crumbling, they're dry. So you
Yes.
need to moisturize, moisturize, moisturize.
I love it. I
Mhm.
love it. Thank you for those tips on what we can do for our scalp and for our hair as we go
Yeah.
through the winter season. And one more time on the book, how can people get their hands on miracles, signs, and wonders?
Yes, they can go right to our website, which is Miracles Sign Wonders, miraclesignwonders.com. You can always email me, miraclesignwonders@gmail.com, or you can stop past Miracles Hair Salon and come see me and get a copy there. Miracles is at 2743 North 47th Street in Philadelphia, 19131. It's right off of 47th and City Ave. We would love to have you. You can get a free consultation about your hair and pick up a book while you're there.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I thank you so very much for sharing with us today. I appreciate you being able to take some time out of your busy schedule. We are at the holiday door, and that
Yeah,
means everybody is looking for you because the ladies, the gents, everybody wants to look good for the holidays. I know you
absolutely.
don't have a lot of time to be fooling with me.
I appreciate you having me, Thera. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful holiday season, and we'll look forward to connecting in the new year, okay?
You do the same. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Thank you. And thank
Okay.
you, each and every one of you who checked out this edition of News You Can Use. We appreciate our first guest for being with us today, Daphne Ulysses, representing on behalf of Women of Many Hats. And then to be blessed with Tracy Calhoun in our second segment, published author and licensed cosmetologist in business for 35 years, a business coach, and also somebody who works with folks who are going through a little something, something, and need somebody to talk to. You can call Tracy Calhoun. We thank you for joining us again, everybody who checked out today's program. And for all of you who are about to observe a holiday season of one kind or another, we wish you a wonderful holiday season, peace and blessings to everyone. And in this new year, if we can have a time where there's no violence in the city of Philadelphia, oh, we'll be
Yes.
ever, forever, forever thankful. Thank you for joining us now. Everybody
Okay.
remember, life is fragile. Handle it with prayer. Bye-bye.